fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
On first down, it's Goff. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Again, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run the counter with Barber. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. That's taken in by Henderson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The kick.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
29-yard line.
On 1st down, Locke lets it fly for Thielen. And this will be caught at the 30.
You don't want nothing, get some.
Touchdown, Washington. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Goff on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Goff's throw taken in by Reynolds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Washington 14. Rams 3.
The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing again is Goff. Buying time. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Chase Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Locke lets it fly for Thielen. He's got it at the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adam Thielen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes this Washington 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
By the Rams.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the counter, it's Henderson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Brought down by Eric Berry. It's a gain of
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Stepping up, he's good. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13.
This Washington 21, Rams 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And Thomas has it. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Clock now on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Locke. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and 12.
26 Mike. Come, baby. I'm coming, baby.
A final shot before half for Locke. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show
One play at a
thing,
time. Here we go.
Something.
Touchdown, Washington. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the air again. Goff. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most. To the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So that'll back him up 5. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Locke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he
takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Washington 34, Rams 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team.
They run once more with Henderson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Defense wins championships, baby. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Adam Thielen, 34 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Henderson will try to run for the first, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun again to Henderson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 37-yard line.
Mike 56. Mike. Listen.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
56 is the mic. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, Shell. Cornell.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Adam Thielen, 37 yards. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
Out of the gun. Goff. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to run, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Block off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Block working out of the gun. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Sam Sloman for the extra point.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Locke trying again after the pick six. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Locke going to throw it here. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. And it's second down.
Second and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 orange. Who that? Mike's partner.
Throwing again. Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but now it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.